From the Cotton Bowl to the Orange Bowl, we're doubling up the head coaches, Kirby Smart and Jim Harbaugh, ahead of New Year's Eve.
Miami area to thank and just a wonderful host to our team. And we appreciate that. And our guys are excited. Got a lot of respect for Coach Harbaugh and his team. They've always played a physical brand of football, and our guys are looking forward to that opportunity to go out and play. And it's really what you work all year for, is to get in this opportunity. It's a grand stage, and I know our guys are excited for this opportunity.
Thanks, Coach. Now we'll hear from brief remarks from Michigan's head coach, Jim Harbaugh. Go ahead, Coach.
Likewise, been a great honor to be here. Orange Bowl is a fantastic bowl and venue to host this playoff game. Our guys are really excited. We're happy to be here, but not just happy to be here. Been a tremendous amount of preparation that's gone into to this game. We know the task at hand. Georgia's a great football team, and we've had good days, really good days, good meetings, good practices. We're getting the energy up, and it's time to go play.
All right, thank you, Coach. We're going to open it up for questions now. As a reminder, again, if you have a question, please use the raise hand function. When I call on you, unmute your line and identify yourself and your affiliation. If you do not have a question anymore, also please lower your hand. So first question this morning will be from Ralph Russo. Go ahead, Ralph.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'll direct this question to Kirby. I think back to 2017, and your team was a little bit more of a still developing. The program was still more developing, and I'm wondering if a season like this, where the expectations, not just externally but internally, are so high, as much as you've had so much success, is it still hard to enjoy it?
It's never hard to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're in the wrong profession. I enjoy the relationships with the players. Block out the outside noise, day to day, going to practice, recruiting, being around our guys. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy the smiles on the faces when they make a big play, when they give up a play and they've got to fight through it. The joy is in the relationships and the coaching staff and the organization. It's not in the expectations. Certainly, that's part of what comes with being at the University of Georgia, but that's not what I concern myself with. I concern myself with guys having fun, competing at a high level. And when you do those things right, you coach guys, tough. They have a chance to be successful. And we've had a chance to be successful every year. We're certainly happy and honored to be in the college football playoff, but I don't look at the other seasons as failures either. So I get the joy out of relationships with the guys.
Next question comes from Mark Weiser. Go ahead, Mark.
Good morning. Both of you played at schools that you are now coaching in the playoff. Given that, what does it mean to you personally to have your school in the semifinals with a chance still to win a national title? And also, I know you shared the same birthday last week. Did you get any good presents that stood out?
I'll let you go, Jim.
Oh yeah, I got some real good ones. Kids made some things, and I got these cool GPS locators. You can put in your wallet and on your keychain. My son Jay gave me that. It was good birthday, and I think it's really cool. I think it's cool. Whenever I meet somebody that has the same birthday, it's such a unique one. I think December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. So we got that in common, Kirby. That's pretty cool. I always thought maybe I'd be interested to see what Coach thinks of this, but like growing up, when you got the December 23rd birthday, you get the short end of the stick so many times because people are running out of money. You don't really have a party because everybody's getting ready for Christmas, and you got a lot of the times you get the same birthday present as you do. It's a Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday. But as I've gotten older, I mean, it's kind of nice because people really just don't even know it's your birthday, and another year goes by, and did you really get another year older? Did you have
I
a
like
similar
that thought.
experience?
I like that thought. The old doubled up was definitely the case. It's much easier to give one than two. Hey, I'm just going to let this be your Christmas and your birthday gift. Certainly think I got a lot of that. But it makes it easier. I agree with that. I didn't think of it in the way Jim did in terms of not having to count the year. If that's the case, then I'm probably 40, not 46. That helps with just I do like the fact that it comes in a time in a coach's life that you're usually off. I mean, we've traditionally taken off somewhere either the 22nd or 23rd, somewhere around Christmas. Seems like all the years I was at Alabama and other places I've been, you took the bowl time a couple of days right there. So for my wife, it's been convenient because she's had me around on the birthday, but not like we did a whole lot. I can't speak to any gifts. I didn't get a whole lot. Maybe this time where, and that might be it, but not a whole lot that I'm asking my kids for right now.
Our next question comes from Mike Griffith. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, coaches, both of you guys are known for the whole power football. Everybody says they're physical. Everybody says they play power football, but we've seen Michigan and Georgia take it to another level in terms of the commitment. I guess I'd ask you, Coach Harbaugh, just about that strategy that Michigan's had over the years and the payoff in a day and age when it seems like offensive football and fireworks is the new way to go.
Well, just always striving to be really good at that, at the phase of running the football, and on defense, being able to run and hit and wrap up and make tackles and pursue. It's a physical sport. So yeah, you always strive to be as good in that area as you can, and you want to be good in the kicking game, just like you want to be good in the, protection phases. You want to be good in the throw game. You're striving to get really good in all those phases.
Yeah, I mean, to me, being physical is part of this sport. If you're not going to be physical, you're probably going to struggle. That starts with a line of scrimmage. There comes a point in almost every game where you have to be able to run the ball, whether that's 4-minute into game stuff or that short yardage. I mean, there has to be a commitment to moving people and putting your hat on people. And nowadays it's probably done a lot more on the perimeter in terms of, there's hats on the perimeter now more than ever. And every play has, multiple plays to it. And you're playing, a defensive line block technique. You're playing it out on the perimeter. You're blocking somebody at receiver more now than you've ever, because there's a perimeter screen attached to every play. And I think that's made the premium on being physical more. I certainly understand that the game is played outside the box more than ever. But at the end of the day, when it gets cold or it gets the end of the year, wherever you're playing, you better be able to run the ball.
And next question comes from Dan Matthews. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Excuse me. Kirby, Coach Lanning the other day alluded to him being the one calling the plays on tomorrow night. Had you talked with him about going through that experience of having to balance both the job that you have right now and also the job that you have in the future?
Yeah, we spoke. We spoke when he took the Oregon job and spoke at it at length. It was quite some time now, quite some time ago now. But that's not a major concern for me. I mean, it's something that I did as a coach, and many coaches have done, and we talked about it. It's there's not a 24/7 continuum on being just the coordinator. There's guys that have other things on their mind, and he delegates his time. I trust Dan. He's done a tremendous job here. Number one, he's a great recruiter. He's loyal to Georgia. He's loyal to these players he recruited. He knows for his sake and Oregon's program's sake, he wants to play well. And he's as invested in this process as everybody is. So that's not it's not a major concern for me, having him call the defense to being the head coach at Oregon. I've seen it done many times, and very confident that he's given us every effort he has. He's got a great staff with him, along with Coach Schumann and Coach Muschamp and myself. All have eyes over there, so it's not like he's alone, and he hasn't been alone all year.
Back here in studio with Dennis Dodd. So outside of birthday talk, Dennis, so anything stand out to you here?
Christmas when your birthday's on December 23rd. No, I thought the question was interesting about being physical and digging down on that. Both these teams pride themselves on that. The running games are basically the same. Georgia is not known for its offense. It's got the 6th best rushing attack in the SEC. Michigan's got a top 10 rushing attack. But if you look, the numbers are about the same. 223 for Michigan, 195 for Georgia. So Michigan actually is more physical in the running game. Georgia's not known for its offense, and we know about Stetson Bennett and the limitations there. So you can talk about physicality, but Georgia's got to win this game with its defensive presence. And I think Michigan's defensive presence is being underrated. Because we've talked about Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo, but they're very, very good as well. And if they can play in that 20 to 30 point range, again, I think Michigan's got a heck of a chance.
You mentioned the rush game there by Michigan, but then Georgia on the other side, they didn't look like the 9.5 point, allowed a game there defense we saw in the SEC championship, allowing 42 to Alabama. Which one gives here? Is it the rushing attack or the defense by Georgia?
Until the game is kicked off, Georgia has to show me. I mean, I can't sit here and predict because of recency bias. We're all questioning Georgia's defense, which is so ironic. Best in 20 years, or just give me a number. They were under 10 per game. That hasn't happened, I think, since Miami or Alabama early in the 2000s. So that just doesn't happen anymore. Alabama has the code on Georgia, and that's part of this game, isn't it? I mean, it's weird. If they win the game, then look who's sitting there again for the second time in the last 3 games with all that angst and all the mojo they have going. Alabama living rent-free in the head of every Georgia fan.
One of the storylines in this bowl game down here in South Florida is player availability. We talked about Daxton Hill from the Michigan side of things. JT Daniels still talked about, as of yesterday, Dennis, his availability if and when he might be needed in this game. What have you learned? Anything new here?
Well, he's here. He did not travel with the team. He got here earlier in the week. There was a picture of him practicing in Dog Nation, I think, their website. And I don't think Georgia has even admitted publicly that he's here. They've talked about him conceptually, what he adds to the offense. But as I've mentioned, I think the Georgia fans want him to start the game. There's a faction of fans that get rid of Stetson Bennett. He wasn't very good in the Alabama game. Get this 5-star kid in there. The problem is Georgia's coaches are totally invested in Stetson Bennett. He gives them the best chance to win. You heard that from Kirby. You heard that from Todd Monken. Who not very, between the lines, it wasn't even between the lines. He said, we can win a national championship with Stetson Bennett. He wasn't talking about that with JT Daniels, who, by the way, since 2018, when he had that breakout freshman year at USC, has played in 10 games the last 3 years, 10. So Stetson Bennett's going to take the ball, to use a baseball term. You don't know about JT Daniels. Then the final thought on that was, when I asked him directly yesterday, Kirby, about is there a plan for JT Daniels if the situation presents himself and if he's healthy? Well, wait a minute. I thought he was. I mean, unless there's a lingering COVID issue, I thought he was over the injury he had earlier in the season. I think it was a lat. He's kind of dropping a dime there saying, well, don't worry about JT Daniels. He may not even be healthy. He's almost setting himself up to answer the question why he doesn't play in this game.
You have to wonder how long is that leash with Stetson Bennett, because it seems like a lot of people forgot outside of the SEC championship, I mean, he did win 12 straight games for you to see how that goes out for the Dogs, but a lot of fans want to see JT Daniels and see how that pans out. The Cover 3 podcast is always nailing it on the head the closer we get to these semifinals set for tomorrow. On the other side, Luke Fickell from the G5s, the CFP semifinals, taking on a big one there with Bama. We'll hear from that head coach talking Cincinnati on the other side.